Hey there everyone, Captain BEARDZ here, bringing you another Langrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, now before we start this video, I just want to give a quick thank you to you guys. I'm at 600 subscribers now. I know I was at that 1,000 subscriber mark on my previous channel, and then problems happened, and unfortunately I had to start over. Yes, we are 500. We are 400 away from the goal now, which is absolutely amazing. I do wish that I was back at that 1,000, but it takes time. We'll get there, and hopefully my account just keeps on growing and growing, and we just keep growing as a strong community here with the positive vibes and the positive spread that I'm feeding on my channel. But anyways, besides that guys, let's go over the boy alt. Now I call him Sephiroth because he looks exactly like Sephiroth. Now this guy is absolutely amazing, and I actually found out something about him through the story that was really cool. Do his Gate of Fate, and yeah, tell me, comment down below and tell me how he ties in to Bozell. Alright, so comment down below, and if you know the answer of how Alt and Bozell tie together, yes, let me know. That is your question for the day. But besides that, it is pretty cool. It's amazing. Now Alt can be built so many paths, and this guy is so worth the rune investment. Unfortunately, I only have one rune on me, and I really wish I had one more, because if I had one more, I would easily right now throw it on him. But like I said, only have one rune, so we're going to start from the top here. Alright, so he's in 3 factions, probably the 3 strongest factions in the game. Can be argued, it's opinion based. Empire's Honor, which is one of my favorite factions in the game. Then you got Dark Reincarnation. I hear a lot of good things about this faction. Me personally, I don't really ever run this faction, except when I'm farming gold. But the majority of the time, I barely run these units. Probably would have been different if I would have picked up the Zoraida. Yeah, I do have I have all of them except for Zoraida, so I can make a very strong Dark Reincarnation team. But like I said, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something in this team, and maybe Listel, when she comes to the game, she will be the missing link that I need to really kick up my Dark Reincarnation team. And then there's Strategic Master. Now, unfortunately, I can't run this team just because when we go to the upgrade class section of this video, you'll see that I cannot unlock his final path to unlock the Strategic Master buff. But if I could, I would definitely run it and show you guys that, because I feel like his buff is amazing. But this is a really strong team, the Strategic Masters. I just don't think it touches the Empire's Honor team. And by that, I don't mean as in the buff itself. The Strategic Master buff that our boy Seph here carries is phenomenal. Probably like one of the best buffs in the game. Seriously. And I'm not kidding about that. It's just the units. Him and Leon compare very nicely, and you can take those two, take them on any, pretty much stick those two on any team, and they can do some serious work with this buff. But the rest of the units here, if you build them right, it could be very deadly. But they're missing one thing that most of these factions are missing, which is a healer, and that kind of sucks. But as long as you play safety with your healer, you should be fine. And you have Varga as a tank, so he should be able to jump in front of shots for your healer. But this team is very awkward building, and you really got to invest some runes into these guys to really make them shine. Especially Imelda here, she is the healer of this team. Now when I said they don't have a healer, that was wrong, because you do have a healer here, which is Imelda, but she is a rune hog. Like, you really have to invest in her to really bring out her heals and bring out her beast mode moves. So do understand that, guys, that if you are going to run her, you do have to make a lot of investment in her. So it's arguably better to just stick on Liana or Tiaris on this team and save yourself from some runes, just so that way you can run your boy Seph and throw all the runes into him. Even Leon, because Leon can hold some runes too. But besides that, so I would definitely say the Empire Honors team is probably the way to go for him. Just until you unlock the Strategic Masters, and then you could easily run that buff. And that buff really brings out the beast mode in Leon. So definitely going to be unlocking that. Let's go over to the upgrade class section now. Alright, so we're in the upgrade class section. So he starts with a very good move as the Hawk Knight. which is going to be reinforcement. And reinforcement you can actually pretty much run all the way at the end to this final kit, if I'm being honest with you guys, especially if you run a certain enchantment. I would say if you're running full moon, then reinforcement is full moon's best friend, because he's consistently going to be above that 80% threshold. And if you're running rough sea, then reinforcement will still be pretty smart, just because it'll keep him alive. So he makes a move, he heals, which is really good for him. So reinforcement is a very strong move, and it only has a 1 cost, and it's a passive, so do not count this move out, guys. Let's start from the left side here. Now, there are 2 paths you're going to take this guy. It's either going to be the Grand Marshal or the Dragon Master. And if you have the runes, unlock both. If you have the runes, guys, full Grand Marshal and full Dragon Master. That's why I said if I had one more rune here, you would have seen both of these paths open. Easily, guys. So I do advise, if you do have the runes, try to invest in that. But if you had to go one path and you don't have any other buffs, like fusion power buffs for Leon or him or anybody else, then I definitely say go the general and then go Grand Marshal, just so you can unlock the strategic master buff. Now we'll go over that in a second. Going general, you're gonna unlock your pretty much your basic tank build here, which is takes physical attack instead of nearby friendly units. When attacked, adds 7% of attack to defense, pretty much just increasing his defense. Now when you're going down the general path into Grand Marshal, it's just defense. You're just pretty much going to stack his defense. Give him some good offense though, you know, try to focus on attack and defense and chance. And so that way you can really see some good damage from him, but you're going to really see him tank shots. You know, he pretty much becomes an SSR Vargas, except he only has 1 life, and he does carry a very strong fusion power, so he can still dish out some really good moves there and some good damage. So that's your basic tank move here. Then you got the Dragon Knight, and the Dragon Knight's defense command, defense of all friendly units within 2 blocks increases by 10%. It's a 2 cost. I highly recommend you don't run this. I just recommend you really don't run this, just because it's kind of pointless. Running him as a flyer means he has high mobility, and I mean high mobility. So he's going to be flying across the map. Nobody's going to be keeping up with him except for Leon and Sherry, if you have Sherry on the same team as him. But I kind of recommend just skipping defense command. You're better off, if you do run defense command, it should be on the Grand Marshal. So, and we'll go over that build in a second here. Now, moving into the Highlander here, which he gets Endure, which is a passive of 1 cost. When entering battle, defense increases by 7%. So this is another thing where if you unlock it with that 1 cost, maybe put it on the Grand Marshal. But even then, you might be better off just running reinforcement anyways. So moving on to the Grand Marshal here. Now this is going to be your typical one that you want to go for. This is going to be the class that if you're just starting the game, you just pulled this guy, go straight for the Grand Marshal. You won't regret it. 1, you're going to get a fusion power buff. That means you get to run him on any team. That's what that means, guys. So when you have somebody like him and you're like, man, I really love my Seth, my alt, whatever you guys want to call him, and I want to put him on my Princess Fusion Power team, you can do it. All you have to do, put on the Tactical Mastery, put him on the Princess Power team, and then you'll see he could just use his fusion power. They could just use their fusion power. He doesn't get in the way of anybody. And on top of that, running him in the Grand Marshal state means that he becomes a tank for your ladies, which is amazing. So technically you can call him the ladies man. But anyways, active skill, attack and defense increase significantly for all strategic masters allies. All passable terrains are treated as planes when moving. This is absolutely clutch, especially when you're on the desert. Now you're going to notice if you ever take your Leon to the desert, he's going to cry like a little baby. So you take this guy with you, throw on Tactical Mastery. Leon is going to fly across the desert like if it was nothing. And water, guys. So all passable terrains are treated as planes when moving. So that just means anybody with the strategic master buff, anybody with this fusion power that kicks off gets to move like if they were just moving on flat land, which is absolutely phenomenal. If the terrain increases defense, damage dealt in battle increases by 15%. So all you have to do with that is make sure you're really paying attention to the terrain buffs that show on the top right, and you might be able to kick off the damage dealt in battle increases by 15%, which is nice. But really, why you're pretty much using his buff here is for that all passable terrains. That comes in handy, especially when you're fighting the dragons. Who's it? The Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon's terrain is very annoying to deal with, so Strategic Master buff is amazing for the Thunder Dragon. Now he gets a strong arm here. Now, here's what I'm going to talk about, a little bit of a build here, because this takes physical attack instead for nearby friendly units. Guard range increases by 2. Grants parry and barb. Takes physical attack instead of adjacent friendly units. Barb deals fixed damage once to the enemy last 2 turns. I think the fixed damage is based off of defense if it's like any other tank in the game. So I would definitely say if you're going to run the kit for him, if you're going Grand Marshal, strong arm 100%, tactical mastery 100%. I would definitely say skip parry unless you have him built in high attack, or that 7% of your attack to defense was going to make a huge amount of difference. Then skip parry and either go strong arm, tactical mastery, and reinforcement or endure. When entering battle, defense increases by 7%. That just means anytime he goes to tank. So that doesn't mean attacking or being attacked, that means both. So anytime he's going to be attacked or he's attacking, his defense is going to increase by 7%. And when you're building him Grand Marshal, he's going to be tanking a lot. So that means he's going to be jumping in front of shots. Defense increase, absolutely clutch. And on top of that, if Barb is built off of defense, it's just going to do a little bit more damage here running this Endure. So that would be my build if you were going that way into the Grand Marshal, which is going to be Tactical Mastery, Strong Arm, and either Endure or my personal favorite, Reinforcement. Now, if you are going a different way, which I'll show once we go over the Dragon Master here. Alright, so you decided to do what I did and go straight to the Dragon Master because you wanted pretty much an Empire Honors Team Sherry. That's pretty much why I took him to the Dragon Master. I wanted a high mobility unit that can get around and kill things with ease. Little did I know Leon's mobility is almost just as crazy as his mobility. As a flyer, he does have a little bit more, but Leon can really make up for that. So I do want to take him back to the Grand Marshal just to test out the green here. And most likely I'll just be bouncing between Dragon Master and Grand Marshal for him. I really like the Dragon Master though, just because he's on a dragon and it looks freaking cool. But besides that, let's go over the kit here. So the first thing he's going to unlock, which is Gale. Now, Gale is really good because after taking action, 20% chance to act again, which means that it's not a coin flip, guys, so that is a little bit risky. It's only a 20% chance, but if it does proc off, that just means you get to move again, and has a flyer, he gets to move far. So that means if you hit somebody with an attack, you can skate across the freaking board, hit somebody again with an attack if this procs off. Now, it is only a 1 cost, which is awesome, but it's a 20% chance, guys, so that's very risky. And I've been using Gale a lot, but I can honestly say it does not proc off as much as I wanted to, and it does kind of suck a little bit, especially in those clutch scenarios where you're like, man, Gale, I need you to proc off, I really need you to proc off, and it just doesn't. And then at times where you don't care if it procs off, then it procs off. So very risky move there. Now his best move, arguably, which is Dragon's Breath. Now Dragon's Breath is a physical damage dealer, deals 0.36 times AoE damage to enemies within 2 blocks and debuffs each target. So it's a good little spread here. Grants Wind Ride after battle. When HP is above 50%, damage taken from melee attacks decreases by 15% last 2 turns. This is the best friend to pretty much his entire kit, right? So anytime you hit this and his HP is above 50%, he's going to take less damage from melee attacks, which is amazing. If you combo this Dragon's Breath with Strong Arm and then maybe Endure or even Reinforcement, you can do some serious work. I mean, some serious work with him in the Grand Marshal class, just because he's going to have that tankish build. He's going to be able to jump in front of shots. If you procced off the Dragon's Breath, because you know you're going to be surrounded by enemies because you know you're a tank, so you're not moving too much. You proc off Dragon's Breath, you're debuffing targets. Melee attacks that come at you, they're decreased by 15%. Then on top of that, anytime you move, you're just going to be healing. it can be a little bit busted at times. So definitely a strong build there. Yes, in that case, you will not be running Tactical Mastery, which does suck a lot. So my advice is then you got to decide. If you are running him in the Dragon Master state, like for instance, if I decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to keep Dragon Master on him, then what I would run would be Dragon's Breath, Tactical Mastery, and my Reinforcement. That would be my ideal build, as in my opinion. I feel like that's probably the best build for him. Just because, like I said, Dragon's Breath is really freaking good. So Dragon's Breath, Tactical Mastery. If you're feeling risky, go for the Gale. Go right for it. If you feel like, man, I just want to risk it for the biscuit, go for the Gale. But me, I really like to keep my HP up, so 20% is beautiful for me. All right, let's go over the talent and the skills. Alright, so for the talent here, his talent is really good. It's not nothing crazy. It does get a little bit crazy the more he's in battle, so do understand that with this guy you really want to get him in the heat of the moment there. But before entering battle, attack increases by 3%, which is really good. Physical damage taken decreased by 2%, which lasts 3 turns. Now that right there is not really much. 3% and 2% is really nothing. Now what's crazy is can be stacked up to 3 times, right? So that means that goes up to 9% and that goes up to 6%, which is not crazy also, but the fact that it can stack makes it good. And this is at 3-star, so can you imagine at 6-star what those numbers would be? That's insane. If you stick this guy as a tank, put him in the heat of battle, or even has a dragon, a flyer here, put him in the heat of battle, have him get attacked or have him enter battle, it's insane. It just really is, because then Supreme Overlord, you're just going to consistently see it proccing and stacking and stacking and stacking. That last 3 turns means absolutely nothing because he's consistently in battle, especially as a flyer. He's always in battle, right? So it's just consistently proccing, and you're going to see those beautiful buffs and those numbers go up. And that can make a huge difference in some of the damage he can take and also the damage he can do. So do understand that his talent over time and with a little bit of star investment can do some serious work. So I would not mind at all pulling a dupe of this guy. Like, I got dupes of Jug, which I'm happy about, but man, I would have took 4 copies of this guy easily, just because I feel like Supreme Overlord can really be supremely overlorded if he had more stars. But besides that, let's go over the skills here. So what I went with when you unlock the skills here is Raging Thunder, which is weird because you don't see it in the upgrade class section here. No, you don't. Right. So I'm gonna have to go over here. So Raging Thunder here, which is the move I currently went with, attacks a single enemy dealing 1.5 times damage. Very strong move, single target move. Grants Wind Ride before battle when HP is above 50%. Damage taken from melee attacks decreases by 15%. So that happens before the battle. So if his HP is above 50% before the battle, he's going to take 15% less damage. So that is really freaking good in itself. Also, this is only a 2-turn cooldown, so 1.5 times damage for a 2-turn cooldown move with a move that also gives you a little buff with it is really freaking good. So don't count Raging Thunder out, guys. It's one of my clutch moves here. And I'm running Gale. Now the only time I run Gale is when I'm doing when I'm farming the goblins. When I'm farming goblins, I love to run Gale with him, just because if one of the goblins is a stray, I go after him with Seth here, and then maybe Gale procs off, boom, I can go after another goblin. That's why I like to run it. But this is my ideal build right here, which is Raging Thunder, Reinforcement for the heals, obviously, and then Dragon's Breath. And I already went over Dragon's Breath, so you guys get the gist of things here. Very strong build here. I really love it. If I wanted a little bit more defense, or want to be a little bit more supportish, I would probably take off Raging Thunder or Dragon's Breath for my defense command here. But in this case, I want him all on attack, attack, attack. So that's my current kit for my boy Alt here, my Seth. Let's go into the soldiers and then the equipment here. Alright, so with the soldiers, obviously, as you can see, I'm running the gargoyles. As a flyer, that kind of hurts him a little bit because that means he's completely weak to archers when he gets attacked by them. When he's doing the attacking, it doesn't matter. But when he gets attacked by them, himself is going to take a lot of damage, and his soldiers here are going to take a lot of damage. But I do feel like gargoyles are probably the best for him. And I will argue some other ones in a second here. But right now, let's go over the gargoyles. When soldier HP is above 50%, attack increases by 20%. I do have them buffed up a little bit, so that is really freaking strong. I think they're at level 6 right now, so that's really freaking strong. 20% attack increase. And then when soldier HP is below 50%, defense increases by 20%. So really good. He starts getting attacked, his defense is going to pop up. Yeah, that becomes really freaking strong. So I love the gargoyles right now for him, so very, very strong. Griffin Knights are not too bad either. When soldier HP is above 80%, attack defense increased by 10%. If you want to keep this consistently procced off, make sure you're running the reinforcement. Definitely. Lesser Imps, Griffin Rides, Hawk Rides. I'm not really going to go over those guys. Some little honorable mentions, I should say. If you're running him pure tank and you really want him just to tank things, I say the Lance. Pretty much the same units I use on my Freya are the way to go. Physical damage taken decreased by 12%. I think these units are absolutely amazing, especially if you power them up. A lot of you guys recommended this to me. Make sure you power them up in the soldier chart, and then you will see these guys really help you tank shots. So I have been listening to you guys, and I am going to be working on these guys, powering them up, because I want my Freya to go ham. So definitely don't count these guys out. They are really good. Dark Centurions, pretty good too. When attacked and your soldier HP is above 10%, 30% chance to trigger barb. It's really good. The thing about it is it just does no base defense or attack. It's just a chance to trigger barb, and 30% chance to trigger barb is actually not too good. So if you are going to use these guys, make sure you power them up to really see a difference in them. Vanguards, when soldier HP is below 7%, attack increased by 15%. Don't really recommend that. My recommendation, real quick so we can move on here, is either go with the Lance or go with the gargoyles 100%. And if you guys recommend anything else, please comment down below and let me know, because you guys know I really love this game and I really love everything about these units. So I'm consistently hearing your guys' feedback. I like to learn new things, and I know I try to make these videos a lot quicker, and I know they come out very long, but as you guys can see, I'm very passionate about the game, so that's probably why these videos end up so freaking long. But besides that, let's go over the equipment here. Cursed Lance, that's what we're starting with. Now I have this at level 20. I do want to level it up some, but right now I'm waiting because I'm thinking about grabbing some more SSR equipment. I'm not too sure yet, or I might start getting some Marshal spirits, but for now I'm waiting on that and keeping it at level 20 for now. Alright, so I got the Cursed Lance. We're going to start from the top here. I'm just going to go top to bottom just because I usually go with the skill and then I go with the stats, but I'll just go from top to bottom for now on. I got the stats. I got Full Moon running, attack plus 9%, which I thought was really good. I'm going to try to roll that a little bit more to see if I can get some attack defense or attack HP. But besides that, when attacking, defense increases by 6%, which I think is really freaking good. Magic defense by 6%. After battle, 30% chance to silence enemies' active skills and prevent them from being healed. Last one turn. Now, the reason why I love Cursed Lance on this guy and or Sherry and or Leon, right? Notice I just named high mobility units here, is because they can get across the board, hit the mage or the healer, and then there is that chance to silence them, which is amazing. If you hit Liana RTRs in PvP with your alt or Cherry with the Cursed Lance on and you silence them, that's almost a GG, because then they're not going to be able to heal, or if you hit the Lana, she's not going to be able to proc off any of her crazy spell moves, even BEARDZ and stuff. So definitely a strong move. And on top of that, if you're running him and you attack anybody PvP wise, you attack anybody, say you know this unit's running a fusion power, say if enemy unit is running lead-in, you go and attack with your Sephiroth here and you hit him with the Cursed Lance, 30% chance to silence enemies' active skills. That means if lead-in was running the fusion power, boom, you just silenced it. Alright, that's going to give you that extra one turn and prevent them from being healed, which is awesome. So it doesn't have crazy, like it doesn't boost attack and stuff like that, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it makes him an offensive unit because this is when attacking. So he's going to have that little defense and magic defense boost. Moving into the Gargoyle Jacket, which is funny because the units I use are gargoyles. So I had this initially on Sherry, but I thought I would run it on him because I feel like it's going to be a lot better on him, especially when I go and get his Grand Marshal class. So starting from the top, I got Int 3, which I wish I can get rid of. Magic Defense 6% and Attack 2%. I was going to continue rolling this, but then I was like, you know what? Let's give him a little bit of Magic Defense just so he can take a little bit of magic shots. But I might roll that, try to get a little bit on the higher attack stat here, just because I want to see a little bit more damage from him. But anyways, besides that, Dark Tide, HP 2%. When attacked, defense increases by 6%. So opposite of the Cursed Lance. Cursed Lance when attacking, right? Gargoyle Jacket when attacked. Now he's going to get the raw HP 2%, which so I definitely want to start this up so that way I can increase that 2%. So these two things I'm definitely going to be starting up. And then when attacked, defense increases by 6%, which is really freaking good when you have him in the tank build, just because he's going to jump in front of shots. His defense is going to increase. If you get Barb to kick off too, that's absolutely phenomenal. So Gargoyle Jacket, really, really good on him. Now, like I said, might be re-rolling those stats though. Moving into the next thing here, which is Survivable Helmet. Again, thought of his Grand Marshal class here, but let's go into the stats here. I got attack 2%, HP 2%. Definitely going to be re-rolling that too. I definitely want those a lot higher. I don't mind attacking HP. I just want them higher. So higher attack stat, higher HP stat here. Defense 6%. If you're running him as a Grand Marshal, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You want defense, defense, defense. But if you are running him as the Dragon Master, pretty much that I'm running him as, you could probably switch that over for HP. You could keep it defense like I have it here, or you can even throw on something with attack or something along that nature. Moving into the next thing here, which is going to be the Slate. So I got HP 1%, attack 4%, not too bad. I might reroll that too, not too sure. Steady, HP plus 6%, immune to attack and down, which is absolutely beautiful because I don't want his attack being stripped or his attack being debuffed. So that's just going to keep him in that fight and keep him going. And the HP plus 6% is beautiful too, so it keeps him at that higher HP threshold, exactly where I want him. Anyways, guys, so I'm definitely going to be starting up the Cursed Lance for sure, just because I feel like that silence can really be clutch. And the Gargoyle Jacket, just because Grand Marshal is going to be very beautiful on him for that. But that's my Sephiroth, guys. If you are building him any other way, please comment down below and let me know. Like I said, guys, I am going to be unlocking as soon as I get one more rune. I am going to be unlocking the Grand Marshal. So do not worry on that, guys. I know we got 2 brand new units coming soon, so definitely going to be looking at their kits too. I already went over that video, guys. Make sure you guys check that out because our boy Seth here, he does have competition with Lanford. Don't mistake that, guys. Lanford is coming and he's definitely going to want to compete with Seth, but I feel like Seth can hold his own. So let's go over to the showcase, guys. All right, guys, we're in the showcase here. Now, if there's a lot of cuts in my videos, guys, or if it seems like my words slur a little bit, there is a cut still in my mouth, and yeah, it kind of hurts a lot. So that's why I've been cutting my videos a lot, and I've been kind of slurring, or I'll mistake some words by accident and stuff like that. So please excuse me on that, guys. It is healing up, so thankfully for that. So hopefully when I wake up one of these days, it might go away. So this is my current team comp that I'm running right now, which is my hybrid Princess Fusion Power team with my I'd say Empire Honors team, until of course I get my Sephiroth here to get the Strategic Master buff, which will be phenomenal. But this is my current setup, and you can easily swap this over and go pure Empire's team. You can even throw on a little bit more Strategic Masters team. So there's many current teams you can run with this guy. You can go pure AoE team, so Mage Nuker team, which is going to be Bozel and your boy Egghead here. Me personally, like I told a lot of people, I don't really like Egghead. I know a lot of people do like him, but I personally don't like him that much. I do train him just because he is valuable when it comes to like gold farm, but Other than that, I'm not a big fan of him. So, but this is my current favorite team. I really like the 3 girls here. Liana, obviously, she's necessary. Either Liana or Tiaris in this spot. You have to have her. You can run Chris too, but then you're kind of doing a hybrid between offense slash healer. So she's not your pure healer. If you have Amilda really trained up, you have a lot of rune investments in her, she can be a very strong healer for the team. Owl here can do it too, and Sophia can do it too, but they're not going to be obviously as strong as Tiaris and Liana. Now obviously I'm running Liana because I love the act again. And then we got Lana here because, I mean, it's Lana, you know. And then Shelf for the fusion power buff. Now you can easily swap off Shelf or your girl Luna for the fusion power buff. Completely up to you. It's subjective on who do you think is better. Just know that Luna's fusion power lacks a lot when it comes to if the enemy's weak. If the enemy's weak, Luna's fusion power does not kick off that strong. So if the enemy's strong, then it's a different story. Right? So anyways, this is the team we're going to run. Let's get into it here. Alright, so this is a story mode map here. We're going to go ahead and skip this. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys here. Alright, so this is a story mode map, and I think it's the perfect map to really show off our boy Seth here. Because we got quite a few archers and assassin in the back there, Zoraida here. And what's pretty cool is he's a flyer, so this part of the boat here is not going to make really a difference for him. Likely that he can just go ahead and clear that if he wanted to. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to have Leon go ahead and activate his fusion power. So we'll do, let's see here. I know this flyer, yeah, this flyer can really hurt. Alright, so we'll do, yeah, we'll put Shelf in safe territory here. I think we might be able to. Leon has to go right here. Yep. Activate the fusion power. Okay. Trying to get Leon to hit that flyer there. Alright, so now we're going to have our boy Seth here hit this target. Now do note with Leon's fusion power, you want to make mobility key here. So you don't want to just straight up do this and attack the target. You want to move as much as possible, then attack the target. I'm not running Gale here. So if there was just flat land there, then my Seth could be in danger. Obviously, I have him built in the attack slash defense kind of state here, so that's not really a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and hit with Raging Thunder here. Supreme Overlord's going to proc there, so that's a 1 stack already. 10,000 damage, no crit, pretty good, and he's going to heal up there, obviously because of the whole, reinforcement. So now that I got Supreme Overlord kicked off, that's already 1 time. That's three times attack. And 2 times physical damage will be decreased there. So that's already 1, right? And then Windride also kicked off there too. So now if I were to actually go ahead and attack again, you're going to see a proc again here. And that's just going to keep on stacking. Now perfect combo here. I got Luna here, which is easily going to clean up this flyer. Beautiful. So you're going to see good damage from him. Like the deeps is going to be there from your boy. It's just not going to be intense. It's not going to be crazy like, oh man, this guy's the strongest unit in the game. Don't expect that from him. But definitely expect some good tankishness if you build him in the Grand Marshal. Or expect, good, decent deeps, sustainability, and high mobility if you take him as the Dragon Master or Dragon Knight. Whatever it's called. I always forget what it's called there. Oh, Leon truck that guy. Yeah, we'll let this blue go ahead and try to take down our Leon. They're gonna definitely take down those 3, 100%. Okay. Okay. Now that I'm concerned about is the archers. I know the archers can do some serious work against Leon and Seth, especially Seth because he's pure flyer here. So what we're gonna do here, damn, that dude is not close. Really want to take down the archer. I just really want to see show you guys what level of deeps this guy's gonna do. Okay, it's not gonna reach. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll probably have Seth. Should we Dragon's Breath? Black Hole? Okay, so we're gonna have... Yep, this is what we're gonna do. Because that's not gonna reach the girl anyways, no matter what I do. Alright. Black Hole. Do some decent deeps there. And then we'll have... I know Heaven's Sanction is definitely not going to reach all of them. Oh, it's going to reach Zoraida in the back there, though. That's good. I'll take that. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Then I probably want to hit that Bone Rhino and then retreat. Maybe. I know I want to do Dragon's Breath here, but that's very dangerous for Seth. Just because if that archer stays alive, that could be very troublesome for the boy. Alright, so we're going to do that. Oh man, look how close they are to death. Do know if he dies, I'll just rewind it and then won't do that play there. I'll just stall a little bit and then have Liana weaken again and then probably do Dragon's Breath. But let's go ahead and hit this guy here and then retreat him back. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that play. Okay. Damn, I really wish this could have reached our boy there. So freaking close, too. No matter what I do, it's not gonna happen. Man, that sucks. Alright. That will be the play, I guess. I don't like it that much. Ooh, Shelf. Shelf. No, Shelf, no. Of course the archer. Oh wait, Shelf is still... She's definitely going down here though. There's no way, because Zoraida's definitely gonna... Yeah, I was about to say. Zoraida's definitely gonna go in for the kill there. Okay, Supreme Overlord kicked off again. That dude did absolutely nothing. Alright, so the archer was stupid and did not go after my Seth, which was beautiful. Alright, and we'll do that prayer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to position my Seth here. And if I had Dragon's Breath, I would have hit Dragon's Breath there. I could have him go right after Zoraida here. And see how much damage he can do on normal attack. Just straight up deeps here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That could be very dangerous though. But let's see. Let's see what he's got. Supreme Overlord kicked off again. Now if I'm correct, so 10,000 damage on a normal attack. And by the way, his damage is actually a little bit higher. Sorry about that. His damage is actually a little bit higher just because Supreme Overlord is now stacked a total of 3 times. So it's at its max stat. So as you can see there, attack plus 3%, attack plus 3%, attack plus 3%. The boy is buffed up right now. Let's get it. Alright. I'm telling you guys, I get so freaking hyped when I play this game. It's just like... It's addicting. It's intoxicating just seeing the deeps and stuff. Okay, I could finish Zoraida here. I think I might want to do that. If I beat Zoraida, will that end the mission though? I'm trying not to end the mission though. Alright, defeat all enemies. Okay, so that won't end the mission. That's good. Let's go ahead and just take her down. Okay. Then we'll have Leon go after the archer in the back here. Actually, should he activate his fusion power? Nah, this is probably going to be GG's. Seth will probably get one more attack in and then it'll be GG's. Alright. Okay, he is not going to reach here. That's A-okay. Well, if there was Gale, it may have procced off and stuff. Well, you guys pretty much seen what he was capable of, so I think that was a good enough showcase for the boy. Obviously, I rewinded there just because I was hopefully hoping that there was going to be a Trinity voucher in that chest, but there wasn't, so that does kind of suck, but we're going to finish the match here. So, the Dragon Master is a pretty strong class for him, and I definitely say, guys, it is not a mistake going that route. If you do decide to go that route, it is definitely a great route for him, and I do not regret it at all. I do want to unlock his Grand Marshal, not to make him a Grand Marshal like Do not mistake it, guys. He is going to stay a Dragon Master for me. But I do want to unlock the tactical mastery just because it's really going to bring out the beast mode in my Leon. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry for these longer videos, guys, but you know, I just try to put everything in I got into these character guides / showcase. But remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace out.